So how does the US economy stack up against the rest of the world? As a kid growing up in the 1970s and 80s, I held two truths to be self-evident. First, that the Soviet Union would dominate the US militarily, and second, that Japan would dominate the US economically. Both of these fears seem almost quaint today. By 1989, the Japanese market reached its historic high, a level it has not seen since. By 1991, the Soviet Union was literally wiped off the map. The US won the Cold War, and today the US still dominates the global economy. The United States remains by far the world's wealthiest nation as measured by GDP or gross domestic product, and the rest of the world doesn't even come close. In 2019, US GDP hit $21.4 trillion. That made the US economy as large as the next three largest economies in the world: China, Japan, and Germany combined. In 2003, Earl Fry, a professor of political science at Brigham Young University, produced a map of the world in which he renamed the states with countries that have similar GDP levels. The 2018 version of this map puts the size of the United States versus its global economic rivals in perspective. Studying the map leads to some fascinating and unexpected comparisons. The largest state economy in the US is California. The Golden State had a gross state product, or GSP, of nearly $3 trillion in 2018. California, as a separate country, would have been the fifth largest economy in the world, ahead of the United Kingdom, France, and India. America's second largest economy, Texas, had a GSP of $1.8 trillion in 2018. That made the state roughly equal to Canada. The Lone Star State would have been the world's 10th largest economy last year. New York, America's third largest state economy, had a 2018 GSP of $1.67 trillion. As a country, New York would have ranked as the world's 11th largest economy last year. That put it ahead of number 12 South Korea, number 13 Russia, and number 14 Spain. The big three states, plus Florida, each had GSPs of $1 trillion or more. As individual countries, each would have ranked among the world's 16 largest economies. Together, these four states boast a combined GSP of nearly $7.5 trillion in 2018. Together, they would be the third largest economy in the world, behind China and the United States itself. The US economy has had a remarkable history. In 1790, the United States was a tiny nation of 4 million people. Europe's population was 180 million. India's stood at 190 million. China's was at 320 million. Only 7 cities had a population of 5,000 or more. Just 12 had a population of greater than 2,500. The United States had an agricultural economy and practically no factories. By 1885, the United States was the world's #1 manufacturer. It produced almost 30% of the world's manufactured goods, more than the British Empire or Germany. Fast forward to 2018, and the US generated 24.3% of global GDP, with only about 4.3% of the world's population. The US economic map provides a vivid reminder of America's economic prowess.